Alright, in this video I'll be sharing how to print to a standard inkjet printer or laser printer, and how to make drawings that then could be transferred onto other materials that you might want to work with. I used this method a lot when I first started using Rhino for making templates for cutting things out of metal. And so I would just be able to print from the inkjet printer and then glue that template to my metal and then pierce things out. So it made for a really great a great way to get an accurate drawing that could be used for that purpose. So we're just going to talk about that. This is a pizza cutter I've been working on recently, and so it's just modeled three-dimensionally. And so we'll cover a couple things here. One, I can take this particular 3D model, and if I wanted to, I could use the command that I talked about in working with the logo, and I could say make 2D. And make 2D we'll choose the view of the front view is what I want, and I can turn off hidden lines, and I can say apply. And what that will do is it will give me a drawing. You'll see right here in the top view I have this drawing of the object. So again, if I wanted hidden lines, I would need to show that, but this is basically a 2D version. You can see right here it has no thickness compared to my 3D model, right? So it's just curves that it's generated. It's preserved the layers that those various components are in, and now I am ready to print this. So if you're hooked up to a standard inkjet printer or a laser printer, you can just say File, Print, and you'll notice that the print preview is blank. And part of that reason is my print window is not in the right location. So this is accounting for a 8.5 by 11 in a landscape orientation, right? We can also change that orientation there, but we're working with a standard 8.5 by 11. And you'll notice that I have my scale set to 1:1, meaning that this is going to be a 1:1 ratio. Now, sometimes it'll say scale to fit, right, when you first open it. So I'm going to choose 1:1 because I want that translation to continue to the printer so that then I have an accurate drawing. So the option that sometimes is selected is viewport when you first open up the print window. And you can see my object's too large for this piece of paper, but what I typically do is I'll just take and click on a window, and then I hit set. And what set will do is it'll let me move this print window to my object, and I can select where I want that to sit, and then hit enter. And now you'll see that I am in the print window, and then I could go ahead and send this to my printer. Now in this case, I'll just, I don't have my printer hooked up right now, but you would just basically hit print. I can also save as a PDF here as well. So if you wanted to save that, you could do that also. But we'll print, and then it'll process that. And then basically I would go back and print again, and this time making sure that everything's set the same except for my window. And I would just move my window over and hit enter, and then I would send that and hit print on it. And basically I'd wind up with two images that are printed out that I could then splice together if I wanted to be able to include the entire object. So this is a great technique for being able to make templates for things. I use this a lot, quite often, to be able to create templates for things. Later on we'll talk about smashing objects. You can actually take, and I'll just briefly show this. You can say smash that 3D object, and we'll keep natural, and we can say explode, and basically it'll give us templates. You'll see that it generates surface templates of that object. Now if I went back and I did the same thing, and this time I said keep, or I didn't explode, and then we'll hit enter, you'll notice that it creates a different kind of style of templates. So a lot of times what I wind up doing is, in this case, I've got double. Just show you what I've got. I've got a double wall thickness to this. So a lot of times I'll isolate just the surface by doing extract SRF. Now this is a little bit advanced for where you're at right now, but I would just extract the surfaces that I want only. So we'll just do this. Hit enter, and then now I can go ahead and join those. And now if I smash this, I should wind up with a cleaner template. You can see this becomes a nice template. And the same thing is true of this. I could go ahead and just print. So if I went to File, Print, and I could set my window to where this template is located. And now I have a template. If I cut this out and then join this edge to this edge, I'll wind up with a model that actually replicates that. So I use this a lot in prototyping for more complex projects. It's really smart as an artist, I think, to use paper as and chipboard or tar paper as a modeling technique to kind of allow you to make mistakes, and to make mistakes quickly and see what things, especially what form looks like, rapidly and quickly. And so this becomes kind of the first step in rapid prototyping, right? I think sometimes we forget, we think about rapid prototyping as 3D printing only, or laser cutting only, and I really feel like this is an avenue where I'd like to see more students taking advantage of prototyping at this level of resolution, right, at the paper scale or paper level, and just experimenting. So make sure you know this technique, how to print from Rhino. I guarantee that in your future this will be beneficial. So I hope this video was helpful, and if you have any questions about it, just reach out. Thanks so much.